This is a voiceover video. If you feel uncomfortable, then you can mute it. It's a boy and boy fan fiction. If you are homophobic, kindly leave. The names, characters, events, and incidents portrayed in this story, even those are based on real people, are all fiction. It has nothing to do with any idol or their real life. So don't take it serious. And if I do any mistake in voiceover, then please forgive me. Namjoon point of view. I'm sitting in my cabin doing some work when my assistant came there. He bowed and stood in front of me. Sir, I got a call from Mr. John. Mr. John, what did he say? He asked me to meet him in his office. Okay, where is Mr. Joe? He is with the publishing team. Okay, you also go and have them. Just call me when you need anything. Yes, sir. He again bowed and left from there. Then I closed my laptop and stood up. I don't know what he wants to talk about, but maybe something about new project. Us and their publishing teams are working hard to publish this first project. I hope it will work. They all are doing well. Time skip. I entered inside the building when an employee who was standing outside bowed towards me. Welcome, sir. Please come this way. I just nodded and followed him. Must say their building is quite beautiful. I came here first time because almost all the time we met in office or outside. After a few minutes of walk, we reached there. The employee knocked on the door. Mr. John, Mr. Kim is here. Then we heard a voice calling us inside. The employee opened the door for me. I entered inside and the employee left from there while bound. Then my eyes fell on a woman and a man. I know them. They are Mr. and Mrs. John. I walked inside and bowed towards them when Mr. John looked at me. Annyeonghaseyo, Mr. and Mrs. John. Hello, son. Come sit. I sat in front of them on the couch when Mr. John asked, how's going everything, Mr. Kim? It's good, Mr. John. First project will be published in just 2 days. Oh, that's good. I guess Mr. John who called me here to talk. He didn't. We called you come and have a talk. Why? Is there something important? We both looked at each other. I know what you want to talk about, Mr. John. If you are afraid that something might happen between me and your son, then you are worrying unnecessarily. It's not like I agree to this collaboration because it's just a business deal. Our personal matter will never come in between. I'm doing this collaboration because he wanted, and after this collaboration, I'll never approach him like I never did before. So you don't need to worry. You're taking it in a wrong way, son. I'm not Mr. John. Now I'll take my leave. Excuse me. He said politely and got up. He again spoke before leaving. Your son really deserves the best. I'm sure you'll choose the best for him, as you told. He left from there without saying anything further. On the other side, someone hid himself behind the wall not to let them notice. I knew there's something which is still uncovered. I wish I would have come earlier so that I could listen to the whole conversation. I need to find out the truth as soon as possible. But how? Hey, Jimin is making tea for Yoongi and Yoongi is working on his laptop for a long time. Jimin is humming a song and smiling sweetly, not knowing someone is watching him standing at the doorstep while leaning his back on the door with crossed arms on his chest. Jimin poured the tea in a cup and put that in a tray. He took the tray in his hands and turned but startled seeing the person. Because of that, the tray in his hands fell down and the cup broke into pieces. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Mr. Shin, what are you doing here? I was just passing by him and saw you. Jimin didn't say anything and crouched down on the floor to pick up the broken pieces of cup. Minjun immediately ran towards him and also crouched down. He held Jimin's wrist and said, why are you picking it up? You might get hurt. A beautiful guy like you doesn't look good while doing this kind of work. He said in a flirting tone, looking straight in Jimin's eyes. Jimin understood that Minjun is trying to flirt with him. He was about to say but heard a voice from behind calling Minjun. Minjun scoffed internally by hearing Yoongi's voice. What are you doing here, Minjun? Minjun immediately left Jimin's wrist Jimin instantly stood up and looked at Yoongi with a smile. Injun too stood up and faced Yoongi when his mother was standing there beside Yoongi. Mom, what are you doing here? That's what I should ask. I was just you picking up those broken pieces. That's not your work. There are so many servants to do that.
Right though. You should work what suits you. Mr. Park, please let's go. We'll get late for the therapy session.
He said while looking at Jimin. Jimin nodded his head and pushed Yoongi's chair. They both left from there. Then Mrs. Chen approached Minjin. What were you trying to do, huh? Nothing, Mom. Didn't you hear how he insulted you? Don't worry, Mom. I've just got an idea. What idea? About what? To take that Yoongi down. What will you do now? First he disapproved your idea of the project and now he's insulting you. And they're that hobby. It's getting too much. They both are getting into my nerves now. Just don't worry, Mom. You just wait and see what I'll do. I'll make him regret everything he's doing. I'll snatch what he's claiming as his. Time skip after 4 days. Namjin, Taekook and other members of the publishing team are sitting in meeting hall. Namjin and Jungkook's secretaries are standing there. Then, Jungkook's secretary showed them something on the screen. It was really a successful project. These two artists of both the companies broke the internet with their presentations. But despite of their performance, some behind the scenes videos went viral. We didn't expect this, but audience really liked them both together. And because of some behind the scenes videos, they started a hashtag. Which hashtag? Let me show you all. In just 2 days, a video went viral in which Mr. John Sukchin and Mr. Kim Lee were bickering. So I guess people started the hashtag sibling things with their names. And it's really profitable because of these hashtags. A project really got a huge profit. That's really good. I guess it was really successful experience for both the companies. Yes, Mr. John, we should celebrate this event. Of course, Mr. Main. They both stood up and happily shook their hands. All the other staff members of both companies also shook hands and meeting ended successfully. Time skip at night. Here Yoongi pushed his chair out of his room and went towards couch. He saw Jimin wasn't there. He was about to go towards kitchen but heard a vibration. It's like a phone is vibrating. Yoongi then looked at the table and saw a phone was there. He pushed his chair towards the direction and saw it was Jimin's phone. Someone is calling him. Jimin wasn't there, so he called out his name but got no response. Yoongi looked at Jimin's phone and saw the caller ID which was showing there. Yoongi guessed it could be V as he heard Jimin calling him there over a call. He was calling again and again but Yoongi didn't want to pick it up. He again called Jimin. This time he came there and looked at Yoongi. What happened, Mr. Main?
Your phone.
My phone? Oh, my phone. I'm really sorry, I was having a bath. Jimin then walked towards couch hurriedly, but his slippers got slipped as they were still wet. He was about to fall, but in an instant, Yoongi pushed his chair towards him and held his hand, making him to sit on his lap. Jimin point of view. I ran towards my phone, which was on the table, but unfortunately, my slipper slipped and I thought I'm going to land on the floor and going to lose my ancient face. But within a second I felt a pull and landed on a surface safely. I know it's not any couch. It's a lap. And whose? I already know. My cheeks immediately started burning when I looked at him. I remember the first day I accidentally landed on his lap. It's not like I forgot that day. When he asked me if we met somewhere before, I pretended like I forgot to not make it awkward. But things are different now. I'm feeling like run away from here because if I didn't, I might lose my control. His edible lips are inviting me to taste them. The fuck I'm thinking. Girlfriend looked in his eyes and saw him staring at me blankly. I don't know why, but I'm really feeling an urge to kiss him badly. I was fighting with myself when I heard his voice hit my soul, making me come back on earth.
Mr. Park, please stand up.
Huh?
I said you are sitting on my lap.
I'm really sorry. I said and stood up embarrassedly. picked up my phone from there. I need to go, Mr. Min. I said and ran from there. He came in his room and locked it up, threw his body on the bed while hiding his face in pillows because he was feeling so embarrassed and shy at the same time. It's becoming really hard for me to hide my feelings, but he would be thinking of me. It's so embarrassing. He was rolling up on the bed, then again his phone started ringing. He looked at his phone and sighed deeply before answering. Hey dear. Hi Jim, what's going on? Good. You tell, how are you? Good. I called you to invite you in a party. Which party? Party of a successful project with John. Oh, really? Congratulations, my dear. So you'll come, right? I cannot say, I know you are assisting someone personally. So let me tell you one thing. You're coming, that's it. Thayungai, please, Jim. I'll get bored, and I know you will be busy attending the guests, and some busy type of people will approach me. I don't want anyone to annoy me, please. Okay, fine. I'll ask Mr. Mean first, okay? You just care about that cat-faced woman, not me. Thayunga, stop being like a kid. He was busy talking with his dear cousin, and on the other side, Pinky was still in living room. Pinky was about to leave, but her doorbell rang. He looked at the clock, which was showing 10 already. He frowned and went towards the door. He turned on the door camera and looked only to see he's only here. He went surprised and immediately opened the door.
Jin Hyung, what are you doing here at this time?
You mannerless cat, but let me in.
Oh, yes.
Jin then came inside and directly went towards couch. Lay down on the couch like he is too tired to even move.
Can you please tell me why are you here?
Jin looked at him and sat on the couch. I came after so long. Shouldn't you at least greet me?
You came at this hour and want me to greet you. Well, did you eat anything?
Thank God you at least asked me. I'm full actually.
Okay, now would you like to tell me the reason of this sudden surprise?
I came to invite you in a collaboration of successful project with Anti Entertainment, and you will come there.
You know, I don't like these parties and all.
But you will come otherwise.
What otherwise?
I'm gonna share one of your pictures on my Instagram account.
Is it kinda blackmail? Well, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Are you sure you want people to see it? Jin said and handed his phone in Yoongi's hand. Yoongi widened his eyes looking at the picture. He looked at Jin with his wide, surprised eyes. It's Jimin and his picture in which Jimin is sleeping on his shoulder and his head is resting on Jimin's head.
How can you get it?
It's none of your business, but if you won't come then you know what I can do, right? Jin said while smirking proudly.
Wait, did Uncle Choi send you this picture?
Must say he's trustworthy.
How dare he?
Dare you to say anything to him. So you are coming, okay?
You are blackmailing me here.
See you in the party, he said and stood up from there.
Are you leaving already?
Why? Do you want me to stay here?
Anya, it's too late to go anywhere.
Don't worry, my bodyguard is outside. And one more thing, also bring Jimin with you there.
Why?
Of course he's your personal doctor, but if you want, you can bring him there as your partner. He said and left from there.
What's wrong with him? I cannot believe he just blackmailed me.
Next morning, Jimin and Yoongi are sitting against each other having their breakfast quietly. Yoongi is looking at Jimin, who is all focused on eating. Yoongi then cleared his throat, grabbing Jimin's attention and said,
Mr. Park?
Yes, Mr. Min.
Can you, my brother invited me in a party day after tomorrow, so, would you like to go with me there?
Huh?
It's okay if you don't want to.
It's not like that, Mr. Min. I'll surely go. After all, I need to be with you everywhere to look after you.
Anya, I'm not a kid, Mr. Park.
You were nervous like you wanted to ask me to go on a date with you. He mumbled to himself.
Did you say anything, Mr. Park?
Anya, did you hear anything?
No.
The day of the party. Yoongi got ready for the party and came out of his room. He went towards couch, but Jimin wasn't there. Yoongi waited there for some time, then saw Jimin came there. His eyes stopped on him, seeing him in those fancy clothes. This was the first time ever Yoongi saw Jimin in this type of clothes, because Jimin is always seen in his formal clothes, in which he looks decent, or at home he wears oversized clothes, which shows his cute and bubbly personality. But this is the first time Jimin's clothes are showing a different or new personality, which was totally unknown to Yoongi. Jimin walked towards Yoongi, which made his heartbeat increase. Jimin stood right in front of him with a smile and said, I hope these clothes aren't seeming bad on me.
Yes. We should go now.
He said and was about to turn his chair, but Jimin stopped him. Mr. Min, please wait. Jimin crouched down in front of him, making Yoongi look at him confusedly. But Jimin's next action made his heart beat faster. Jimin held Yoongi's tie and loosened it a little, then again made it perfectly, and looked at Yoongi. It's perfect now. Yoongi blinked his eyes multiple times, and Jimin again stood up and pushed his chair ahead. Both reached the party venue and went inside. The party hall was looking decent with a few rich guests. Famous celebrities, models, and businessmen were present here. Yoongi was feeling a little uncomfortable and awkward between them because he rarely attends parties. Same goes to Jimin. He was feeling so awkward because he only hangs out with Taeyong, and that too alone. But he plastered a smile on his face, pushing Yoongi's chair ahead. Then he heard a known voice from behind. Hey Jimin. Oh, Jungkook. They both hugged each other, then Jungkook looked at Yoongi. Hi Young, are you fine?
I am. And you?
Also good. Must say, you both are looking stunning. You two are looking hot, dude. Is that so? Of course. Well, did you meet Jin-young? Anu, you didn't introduce me to him yet. Didn't Young introduce you to him? He sat and looked at Yoongi.
We didn't get time. Where is he?
As always, taking time to get ready. Maybe we'll come soon. Jungkook, I need to use washroom. Is it that important? Do you want me to pee in my pants? He said almost whispering, making Jungkook chuckle. Anya, you can go. Then Jimin left towards washroom, excusing himself. After a while, Jungkook also went from there. Yoongi point of view.
Jungkook also left. I guess I should move from here before someone approach me. To be honest, I get so frustrated whenever those busy type people approach me. Thinking this, I pushed my chair towards the hallway. Maybe washrooms are also this way. So, Jimin would be here somewhere. I pushed my chair ahead. I heard a voice of someone's giggles and I stood there. I know the owner of this voice. It's Jimin. I pushed my chair ahead and saw him hugging a guy. And the person is none other than Kim B. I clanked the hand of my chair with my hands tightly. I felt an insecure feeling rushed into my veins. Again that thought. Are they dating? He is handsome and capable to give him everything. And here I am. Why, when I'm hoping him to love me, he just can pity on me for my miserable condition. It's hurting badly. I turned my chair inside again, letting out a sigh.
On the other side, Jimin point of view. I came out of washroom and walked a little, but stopped when I heard a voice calling my name. I smiled widely and turned because I know who's the person. My brother Taeyong. I giggled when he ran towards me and hugged me tightly. I too embraced him into my arms. You said you won't come? Of course I said. Mr. Min asked me to go with him in a party. First I thought I would not be able to come with you, but then I came to know that he's also invited in this party. So I didn't tell you because I wanted to give you a surprise. All you care about just him, not me. Anya, I need to take care of him. That's why I know. But don't you think you care about him a lot? I mean, more than you should do? What? No. Do you think I'm a fool? You never care about any patient this much. You always care about them as a doctor, not as a person. I can sense everything, so don't need to. His words got interrupted by a phone call. He took out his phone and looked at it. It's his manager. Jimin, you go. I need to talk. Okay, I'll be waiting inside. He said and left. Other side. Here, Yoongi is sitting in a corner, having a glass of juice, as he can only take it instead of alcohol. He wants to calm himself down, but he cannot have any alcohol. He sipped the juice inside his mouth when someone approached him. He looked at the person and internally sighed in a relief when he saw it Namjoon. They know each other because of their business, but it's their first encounter with each other personally.
Hello, Mr. Kim.
Hello, Mr. Min. Nice to see you here. They both shook their hands. It's my first time seeing you in a party, and I'm glad I got a chance to meet you.
I'm also glad to meet you, Mr. Kim. Actually, I came because my young specially invited me here, and I guess he himself didn't come yet.
You're young?
I mean to say, John Sokchin.
Did you just call my name? The person came in front when Yoongi smiled. You came young. As he said, Jin bent a little and hugged him. I thought you wouldn't come.
How I wouldn't? You literally blackmailed me.
Young blackmailed you? But how? Another voice hit their ears and they saw Hobby and Ryan. Hello, Mr. Kim, he said while raising his hand for a handshake. Namjoon gladly accepted it. Hi, Mr. Jung. Glad to see you here. I'm also glad, Mr. Kim. Meet my wife, Jung Wan, he said while introducing Wan. Hello, Mr. Kim. I'm Jung Wan, Mr. Jung Hosok's wife and also known as John Wan, an independent architect. I know you, Mrs. Wan. It's nice to meet you. I've seen your projects and also read the book you wrote about architecture. I'm glad to hear, Mr. Kim. If you have done, then please pay attention to your brother. Oh, why are you scolding me? I'm not scolding you, I'm just... And what did Yoongi Oppa say? You blackmailed him? I just asked him to come here. That's it. And I can show you how I convinced him to come here.
You dare him.
Do you think these cat eyes can stop me showing them?
Hajima, you promised me you won't show anyone.
When did I? Is it what you told us some days ago, Young? What you want to show, Young? He said while coming there and stood with his curious eyes. Right timing, let me show you all.
Hajima,
he said, but Jin is not someone who will listen to him. He opened his phone and scrolled a little, then handed the phone in Hobby's hand. Yoongi internally cursed himself for coming here. Hobby widened his eyes and handed the phone in Vine's hands. Vine looked at the phone screen, then at Yoongi. Jungkook couldn't control and snatched the phone from Vine's hands and got shocked by looking at it. It's Jimin and you, right, Young?
it's not actually what you all are thinking.
As Namjoon heard Jimin's name, he looked at the phone and saw his beloved younger brother with Yoongi beside him, hugging his arm and sleeping on Yoongi's shoulder and Yoongi's head on Jimin's head. He too looked at Yoongi and said, Are you dating my brother? As he said, they all looked at Namjoon and exclaimed at the same time, Brother? Jimin is my younger cousin brother. How did I not know yet? Didn't I tell you that? He stopped in the middle when felt all the eyes were on him, looking curious because he said so casually, like he used to talk when they were best friends. I mean, yes, he is my brother. Is he really dating you, Mr. Min?
Anya, Mr. Kim, it was just accidentally we slept like that.
He said embarrassedly. Oh, I see. Well, did he also come with you?
Yes, he did. He went to use washroom, but I guess he found his friend there.
He said, forcing a smile, because he didn't know that Namjoon is Jin's brother, and he saw their picture that too like this. It made him more uncomfortable between them. He is just thinking Namjoon will scold Jimin. Or maybe will ask him to stay away from him as Yoongi is handicapped. I didn't know that Jimin is your cousin, Mr. Kim. Yes, our mothers were siblings. Oh, so did he tell you that he is assisting Yoongi personally? Yes, he did. I hope he is doing his work properly, Mr. Min. He asked while looking at Yoongi.
Yes, he is so professional with his work, Mr. Kim.
They all talked with each other comfortably, but Namjoon are avoiding each other. They all are sensing an awkwardness between them, but Namjoon is showing that everything is normal. Where Thayoung is? He didn't come yet? He did, must be here somewhere. Time skip after some time. Jimin too joined them all after some time. Jimin then personally introduced Namjoon with Yoongi, and Jungkook introduced Jimin with his elder brother Jin. They all get along with each other soon, but Thayoung still didn't come. Namjoon then excused himself from everyone along with Jimin because he knew Jimin must know where Thayoung is. Do you know where is Thayoung? He must be here somewhere now. I met him in the hallway some time ago. I guess he got a call from his manager. After that, I came inside. Okay, you go now. Okay, Young. Jimin again came towards Yoongi, who was again overthinking about Namjoon and Jimin's conversation. He was thinking that Namjoon called Jimin with him to talk about him. Maybe today he's feeling a lot of stress because of these things. Then, they all heard Jin's voice, who took the mic and announced something. Thank you everyone to come together to celebrate this success with us. I sincerely want to thank my co-star Kim Lee and both the team. It wasn't the first time I collaborated with other artists, but he is such a great actor and his style really impressed me. More than his style, his personality attracted me the most. And I really enjoyed his company. Thank you all, and our supporters liked us together on the screen. Everyone clapped when Jin paused for a while, then again sang. On this special day, I want my dear friend Yoongi, also known as the greatest CEO Min Yoongi, I would like him to play piano for me. Everyone again clapped and looked at Yoongi. Yoongi forcefully smiled and gestured him to come there.
Are you out of your mind, Young? It's been so long since I played piano and you're asking me to perform in front of everyone.
I know you will perform well, and you'll have to. That's it, he said and walked towards the table where Jungkook, Vine, and Hobie were sitting. Yoongi sighed deeply. Izuma was surprised to know that Yoongi can play piano. He looked at him and pushed his wheelchair towards piano. Yoongi was still thinking what he should play. Jimin again looked at him and understood what he was thinking. He kneeled down beside him and says in a low voice, "Don't think too much, Mr. Man. Just play what you are feeling right now. Just think you're playing only for yourself. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm of your heart. It will definitely lead you to feel the melody of your heart." Jimin stood with a smile and walked towards Namjoon and Thayoung's table and sat there. Yoongi closed his eyes while resting his fingers on the piano chord. He breathed in and out, then started playing piano. Just after a few seconds, his fingers melted on the piano. The beautiful yet peaceful music hit everyone's ears. They started moving their heads, feeling the rhythm. The music was calming their souls, yet giving a feeling of losing something which is really important. After a few minutes, he stopped and everyone gave a big round of applause after his performance. Yoongi's eyes straight landed on Jimin, who was giving him a praying smile. Yoongi was about to move, but some woman proceeded towards him, blocking his way. My goodness, Mr. Min, you totally steal my heart with your performance. Lena, you know you are blocking my way to talk to Mr. Min. Oh, Miss Lee, you should fix your makeup first. It's kinda looking half done. If you know, Lena, I don't need makeup. I'm naturally beautiful, and my beauty can make anyone fall for me. But I guess your beauty failed to impress Mr. Min, right, Yoongi? A woman said while joining them with 2 glasses of wine. Yoongi looked at her and internally scoffed. But What do you mean, Yona? You are well known what I mean. I guess, Yona, you are disturbing Mr. Min. Me? And disturbing him. We were classmates and friends also, so there's nothing to disturb my friend, right, Yoongi? She said with a weird smile looking at Yoongi, but he didn't say anything. Here, have some drink, Yoongi. It's been so long since we met.
I would apologize to not have it, Miss Leona.
Why? It's just one glass. I'm not offering you a whole bottle. Be a man and chug it. She raised her hand to give Yoongi the wine, but all of a sudden, she felt like someone grabbed the glass from her hand in an instant. She looked at the person and furrowed her eyebrows. Excuse me, who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. Matter is you cannot force Mr. Min to have it forcefully when he doesn't want it. And who are you to interfere in between? His boyfriend or something? I'm his doctor, Park Jimin. So you are his doctor. Means more like a caretaker, right? Yoongi felt like slap her right away, talking to Jimin like this. He was about to say something, but before he could say, Jimin said, Miss Lee Hyuna, you seem to come from a wealthy family. Any doubt? So, you must be highly qualified. Yes, I studied business from abroad. Oh, I see. You must have studied general knowledge, right? Ania? Oh, I guess that's why you don't know the difference between a doctor and a caretaker. Miss Lee, Lena, and Yoongi pressed their lips in a thin line to prevent laughing because Jimin just insulted Hyuna without even using any bad words. Meanwhile, Hyuna glared at Jimin, who didn't give any shit. You must study Miss Lee, Hyuna, he said and chugged the glass of wine in just one sip like water. He smiled looking at them and pushed Yoongi's wheelchair ahead, excusing themselves. Yoongi was impressed how Jimin savagely trapped her in her own trap. Most important is, he is self-aware about his self-respect.
Why did you drink that wine?
I drink that for you.
Are you trying to dominate?
Anya, I don't need to. You can do better than me. I'm just being myself.
What do you mean I can dominate better than you?
You seems like a dominant person. I mean, your style and personality. But somewhere you seems like a baby.
I'm not a baby.
Yes, I know. They were just talking when Jungkook came there and said, That was amazing, Young. Yoongi just nodded and again Jungkook said, Young, won't you mind if I dance with Jimin? Jimin didn't say anything and looked at Yoongi. Yoongi just hummed a little and Jungkook pulled Jimin towards the dance floor. Some others were also dancing there. Jungkook held Jimin's hand and waved softly while Jimin put his one hand on his shoulder. I didn't want to dance, Jungkook. You didn't want to dance or you didn't want to leave him. I came here with him and how am I supposed to leave him? Don't tell me you fall for him. Anio, it's nothing like that. I just need to look after him. I can understand everything. We spent 3 years together in school. Yeah, then, are you still single, dating someone? Anio, I'm just seeing someone. Really? That's great. Then, how's going it? Not so good. Well, you're handsome, tall, rich, has great personality, then why? I don't know what he wants and why he ignores me when I did nothing. Jimin looked at Jungkook's closed eyes, which were looking at someone. Jimin leaned his eyes at the direction and found Taeyong, who was dancing with someone. So, you are saying Taeyong? Huh? Actually, I can see in your eyes, Mr. John. I'm not surprised though. I knew there's a spark in between you two. And he's not actually what he shows. He's so sweet and bubbly from deep inside but afraid to show it. I ask why? Jimin sighed a little and continued. Life was not easy for him. He's the youngest in between us. Namjoon was 10 and he was 6 when Uncle Andy died. After that, they only had my parents and our maternal grandpa. Parents always loved them like they loved me. But due to their works, they couldn't give us much time. Then Namjoon went in hostel and did his schooling and further studies. Taeyong and I were also in different schools, as he is 2 years younger than I. His classmates used to tease him and bully him because he was so innocent. Due to that, he changed a lot of schools. He couldn't make friends. He only had me since childhood. And after my graduation, I also went abroad and he totally changed himself. He is cold towards others, or can say from outside, but not to his loved ones. Jungkook was listening everything silently, and his heart was ashen, listening all these things. I'm certain of it, Jungkook. He isn't ignoring you, but hiding himself. It's not easy, but I know you'll do your best. He said with a smile, when Jungkook just looked at him blankly. I guess it's the time to change the partners. Taeyong is next. Best of luck. He said while leaving Jungkook, then Taeyong came in front of him. They both looked at each other and slowly came in the dance position. Jungkook held Taeyong's waist with his big veiny hand securely. They both don't know if they should talk or not. After that day, in Taeyong's changing room, they both didn't even look at each other. They both are feeling awkward while moving. Deep down, they both want to break the silence spreading in between them. But both are feeling awkward to start any conversation. Jungkook wants to talk to him, but Taeyong isn't even looking at him. Moreover, he doesn't want to make him uncomfortable. Taeyong point of view. Why are you holding me like this, Jungkook? Why is it feeling so comfortable in your touch, like I never did? I've been trying to avoid these unforeseen and confounding feelings inflaming into me, but more I'm evading them, more these are bumping up. I have no idea about the thoughts running in my mind since the day I met you. Jungkook point of view. I didn't know you faced all those things at a very young age. I wish I was there for you. Having an us to hold and protect you can seem kind of offensive, but this heart is wanting it, and running away from it seems a bit difficult. Would you let me hold you like this if I tell? But I guess it's not destiny wants. We're already at all. On the other side, Yoongi point of view.
I came out of the party hall. I'm feeling so heavy deep inside. Is it a must to get hurt? It's his life and he can enjoy it. Who's smiling with him? He deserves to be happy, doesn't he? I thought it was just an attraction, but no, it's not. I'm falling for him, or maybe already fall. How many times I'll have to tell myself not to think about him? How many times? But why I always find him inside my heart?
Yoongi was thinking deeply and didn't realize that someone just came there and stood beside his chair. Is it feeling good here? Yoongi then looked up at the person beside him. Here, Pine came out of the restroom and walked, but she bumped into someone, and her wallet fell down off her hand. She was about to pick that up. Before her, the person in front of her bent down and picked it up. She frowned her eyebrows, looking at the known figure. He stood up and faced her when she whispered, Minjun? Oh, hi Van. You two are here. She didn't want to talk to him because she promised Hobby that she'll not do anything like that. She just nodded with a forced smile. You look beautiful, by the way. Yoongi is really lucky to have you. She again constrained herself to smile and said, I need to go. My wallet, please. Oh, that's totally fine. Let me drop you inside. After all, you're my sister-in-law, right? Anya, I'll go. Come on, Ryan. To her surprise, he held her wrist and was about to move when someone tightly held his hand, making him to lose his grip over Ryan's wrist. They both looked at the person, and he is none other than Hobby. Oh, Hyung, what are you doing here? Of course I was invited. I'm asking, what are you doing with my wife? I was just helping her, Hyung. She is not a kid who needs your help. She is also my sister-in-law. Minjun, please leave before I do something that I should not. See, you're always like this, so hyper young. As he said, Kobe stepped towards him, but Van held his hand to stop him. Minjun then walked out, giving an uncanny smile. Hobby then looked at Ryan. What he was doing here? Didn't I tell you not to talk to him? I wasn't talking to him, Hobby. I cannot you understand Ryan. He's not a good person. He can hurt you. Hobby, at least listen to this fucking jerk. Pastor who made my life hell. He and his mother. First she trapped my father, then married to him, only for property. Do you understand that? Only for property. My father committed suicide only because of them. Why cannot you understand that, Ryan? Why? And they want to use you to get that property which my father named on me before dying. He burst out all his anger and fear on her. But Ryan didn't say anything. She knows about it, but was it her fault that Minjun himself approached her? She then said in a low voice, I'm sorry because I hurt you. But you should have trusted on me before assuming anything, shouldn't you? Your fear is justified, but don't you trust me? I didn't approach him nor I talked to him purposely. He himself was trying to help and before I could deny you came. I trust you and want the same in return. She said calmly and left without looking at him. Hovey knew that he messed it up. He should haven't bursted out like this, but he wasn't blaming her. He trusts her but just lost his temper seeing Minjun. He cursed himself internally and walked behind Ryan. Is it feeling good here? Yoongi then looked up at the person beside him.
Mr. Park, why are you here? You should enjoy your time with your friend.
Jimin could sense Yoongi's sadness in his voice and he said, It's quite a good place. So peaceful, right? Can I sit beside you, Mr. Min?
If you want to.
He said, still looking at the lights. Jimin sat beside him on the chair. You literally stole today's party. It will be remarkable in my mind.
But I did.
Didn't you see how everyone appreciated your performance? And those women.
And about you, the way you insulted her was so impressive.
I just did what she deserved. She cannot force you to do the things you don't want to. Even no one can do that. Peaceful silence spread between them. Jimin broke that, speaking again. You really are so talented, Mr. Min. No one is perfect in this world, but you do everything out of words. Your skills, your personality, thoughts, ideas, everything is way too appreciable. He said while looking at Yoongi. Jimin just wanted to make him realize that he is someone special to him. He wanted to tell him that he is eager to hold his hand and hug him tightly. But things are not like that between them. Yoongi felt each and every word Jimin said was so genuine. It's not like no one ever praised him. But the way Jimin said all the things was way too genuine.
Are you saying it because you think I'm not feeling good?
And you know Mr. Min, you think your disability is making you weak. But you don't know that it's making you strong and more strong than you ever can think. It's not your weakness but your strength. You have faced so many things these years which make you realize the reality of this world. Didn't it? He said while facing Yoongi, who was looking at him in an amaze. How can someone be so accurate and mature? Can someone guess how many personalities this Jimin has? You know, Mr. Min, here everyone has something that haunts them. But facing that fear makes it easy to live. My parents told me to never give up, no matter how much opposite the situations are.
Do you miss your parents?
A lot. Maybe more than a lot. Not only me but Namjoon Young and Thayoung too.
Thayoung?
Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you Thayoung means Kim Lee, the model.
What? He's your cousin?
Yes, Namjoon Young and Thayoung are siblings. Namjoon Young is older than me and Thayoung is younger. Maybe you must have seen their photos in my house when we were in Busan.
Oh, yes, I didn't recognize them. I thought V is your boyfriend.
What? Boyfriend? Are you serious? He's my younger brother, Mr. Min. And I guess I told you that I don't have any boyfriend, but what made you think that he's my boyfriend? When Yoongi told him everything what he saw and assumed, Jimin couldn't stop his laugh and burst into laughing. You really overthink, Mr. Min. He's my cousin brother. How can he be my boyfriend? Yoongi felt so embarrassed, but also felt relieved that Harung is not his boyfriend. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce you with him personally.
Anyo.
Both again went silent for a while. Then Jimin asked him, "You also miss your parents, right?"
Are you using your tricks to read my mind?
Anu, not to know something personal.
Then how do you know?
I can sense it. You have gone through so many things alone without having no one beside you. It's almost the same as mine.
How did you lose them?
In a car accident. Not only me, but Hyung and Thayoung also lost them. They were the only ones with them after their parents died, but we cannot change that, so better accept that and move on. Other side, one more drink. Sorry sir, we cannot give you more drinks. I said I want. Do you know whom are you denying to give drinks? Please sir, you are already drunk. I want it. He said while grabbing a bottle from the counter table and tried to open it, but suddenly someone grabbed that bottle from his hand and gave to the bartender again. How dare you to snatch that bottle, huh? Enough, Jin. You have drunk a lot. Jin looked at the person standing beside with a blurry and easy gaze. He chuckled sarcastically and said, "Oh, Mr. Kim Namdo, and who are you to stop me? I can do whatever I want. You don't need to teach me. Did you forget the contract? You'll have to obey me. You cannot control my personal life. Got it?" He said while standing up but got unbalanced. But before he could fall, Namjoon held him securely. Jimin immediately pushed him and stood straight. "Don't need to touch me. I can handle myself," he said and walked ahead with his fluttering step. But Namjoon again pulled him closer by grabbing his wrist, making him to land on his chest. He tightly held Jin's waist. Jin was wriggling to get himself out of Namjoon's grip, but there was no use in front of his giant body. Namjoon then called Jungkook, and after 2-3 rings, he picked it up. "Hello, Mr. John, where are you?" "Bye, Mr. Kim. Actually, your elder brother drank a lot. Can you please come at the bar counter?" Actually, I'm a little busy with some guests, Mr. Kim. Could you please take him to a room? I've already booked a room here in case of any emergency." Okay, Mr. John," he said while looking at Jane, who was still wiggling and blabbering continuously. Namjoon's point of view, I cannot leave this stupid here alone. But if he created any problem, I don't have his manager's contact number. I asked bartender to arrange the key of the room which Jungkook reserved. Just within 1 minute, I got the key and I put that in my pocket. Then I somehow managed him to walk towards the room. As we reached the doorstep of the room, I opened it and carried him in my arms because I could not handle him now like this. I couldn't do that outside because I don't want any media's attention towards us like this. I walked towards the bed with him in my arms when I'm feeling his stare on me. I ignored it and laid him down on the mattress. I was about to stand when he wrapped his arms around my neck tightly, not letting me go. I looked at him in his eyes, which are showing pure love with a massive pain. I'm drowning in his eyes, feeling so weak. This is not what I should do, right? I was about to remove his hands, but unexpectedly he pulled me on top of him with a flick. I surprisingly looked at him when he said something unpredictable. "Let me top you." "What the? You said I'm older than you. Then why cannot I top you?" Before I could react or do anything, I felt his lips on mine. I widened my eyes because of this sudden move. I couldn't process anything when I found that he hovered over me sitting on my abdomen. He looked at me intensively before smashing his lips on mine again. I know he is drunk and alcohol is making him do such things. I want to push him, but I'm becoming frail in his kiss. And then he started moving his lips on mine, which made me more lost. Soon I felt his lips on my jawline and neck, giving wet kisses. Suddenly he bit on my neck, making me move. That's when I realized what he's doing. I cannot let him top me. I immediately turned our position and held his lips. I looked in his bright yet dizzy eyes. He's totally drunk. His puffy and red lips, messy hair, and heavy breathing are making me lose my mind. I really want to devour it. But I know my limitations. He is drunk, but I'm not. It would be wrong to let my instincts win when he is out of his senses. I love him and cannot harm him. I immediately got up from him and looked at his eyes, which are closing slowly. I cannot stand here anymore because if I do, I'll lose my control. I walked towards the door and walked out of the room instantly. Time skipped later that night. Chimini is waiting for Yoongi to come, as it's the time for his massage session. It's been almost 10 minutes he is waiting for him. Jimin's point of view. What happened? Why he is late today? He usually comes on time. Should I just go and check? I think I should go. I'm already feeling uneasy. I came out of my room and knocked on the door of his room, but could not respond. I again knocked, but again he didn't respond. Is he in restroom? I didn't knock this time and burst open the door. My eyes fell on his figure that is laying on the ground. My eyes automatically went wide and I ran towards him. Mr. Min! Mr. Min! I shouted his name and saw the blood was flowing through his head, non-stop, and some pieces of glass are also there on the floor. I didn't know when my eyes started shedding tears. I immediately put his head on my lap and hugged his laying figure. I couldn't process what I should do, but I immediately wrapped a cloth on his head and looked for a phone to call someone. I don't know if I should wait for ambulance to come or not, but I dialed a number in that panic situation. I checked his heart rate, which is so slow, indicating that he is out of oxygen.